Okay, everybody. Thank you for your answers, if you answered them all. But if not, we need to go over the answers to these anyway, so that we know what to do. So this part will be a lot shorter than the first part. But for those of you that did answer, thank you very much. And let's go over what the answers are, so that we know what to do if there's an active shooter. And this is really just for kind of just to keep it in the back of our mind. There's always things that we need to know about, and the more we know about them, the better. And the way that you keep it in your mind is to practice and watch this and think about it. And this is why we do these every year, because a lot of times you'll forget. A lot of times I could ask y'all maybe 6 months from now these same questions, even though we just went over it, and people will be like, I don't remember. But, it's up to all of us to kind of remember and just know what we should do and keep ourselves safe. So we're just going to fill in the blanks. Number 1, to prepare for a possible shooter incident, everyone should have situational awareness, in quotations. What is situational awareness? In other words, being aware of your surroundings or environment. Like I said, you want to know where you are, know where the exits are, things like that. So that's situational awareness. I'm in a situation, I'm aware where I am, and I know what I'm going to do. So be aware of your environment. Number 2, the surest way of surviving an attack is to take quick and decisive action. So quick and decisive just means I'm not going to wait, I'm going to do it right now. This seems like the best idea, and I have a shot at doing this, running, hiding, or fighting. I have a chance, but I need to be quick, and I need to decide quickly. Number 3, the sound of gunfire has a deliberate pattern, as opposed to the sound of firecrackers or a popped bag. So, not, like I said, it's not going to be pop, 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 pop. It's going to be da da da, and then da 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 da. It's not going to sound like that. So it's not going to sound like a firecracker or a pop bag. It's going to have a very deliberate pattern. Number 4, the 3 options for surviving an active shooter incident are in order. Number 1, just went over it, run. 2, hide. Last resort, 3, fight. Number 5, since the safety of the participant is staff's responsibility, we might not be able to run. That's the answer to that one. During an active shooter incident. Therefore, we will likely have to hide instead. So, 6, if you must hide from the shooter, list at least 5 actions you should take. So I'm going to name some. If you think of others, it's always good to have as much of a plan in mind. But the first things we're going to want to do is really barricade the doors. But number 1, go into a room, office, and close and lock the door. So barricade the room. 2, barricade the door after that. 3, you'll want to turn off the lights. 4, turn off any sources of noise, including silencing cell phones and taking it off vibrate. Number 5, close the blinds. Number 6, use a belt to tie together hydraulic arms of a door. Like I said, you tie it and you can just hold it back, and it keeps it locked from the outside because you've got it locked from the inside. Number 7, find something sharp or heavy to use as a possible weapon. Number 8, hide under a desk, behind a partition, or other heavy furniture. So, yeah, those tables in like the conference room, things like that, those would be great. But that's what you want to hide under. Once you've done all these things, and it really is 1, 2, 3, 4. You want to kind of take these in order if you can. But again, it's going to be quick and decisive. So do what you can to keep yourself safe. Number 9, stay quiet. And number 10, call 911 from a landline if possible. The main reason that you want to call from a landline is because what happens when you call from a cell phone is it does not give the police the exact location of what's going on. What it will do, it will give them, it'll just have your name and your phone number, but you'll have to say, this is where I am. You'll have to give the address, say this is where we are, and then, but if you call from a landline, you can have a much shorter conversation. and say, look, there's an active shooter on the site here. Stay quiet. And say, and we need help. Please send help immediately. And they'll know exactly, because the landline, that the address and everything is going to go right to the police. So that's why it's good to call from a landline. In fact, I think that's one of the only reasons landlines still exist, because that is a good fail-safe system, or at least backup system, to calling for help in an emergency. And really, yeah, just need to list about 5. You don't need to list 10. So, I mean, you already did this. So, however many you can think of. I'm glad, and thank you for how many you thought of. Number 7, if you do fight the shooter and incapacitate him or her, you should then, what should we do then? Say you knocked them out. They're out on the floor, and you've gotten the gun, and throw it away, or, well, I don't know if we'd want to throw it away, but I don't know if you've handled the gun. If you haven't, it's probably best that you leave it there so you don't accidentally shoot anybody else or yourself. But then you want to run. You want to get out of there. That is when we'd leave. If the police have not arrived, then we're going to run and get out of there. And lastly, number 8, when police arrive, you should keep your hands up. With fingers like this? No, fingers like this. Fingers spread. And avoid yelling, screaming, or arguing. We definitely... Yelling and screaming is more for just, noise aspect. They want to make sure that, the police are focused on finding the shooter. And we definitely don't want to start an argument. I guess people have. I'm wondering if that's why Homeland Security put that in here. I just can't imagine somebody arguing with the police at the time. Like, why are you wearing that? This doesn't make any sense. I'm tired of police. Why are police? I don't know. Why would you argue with a police officer? But let's not do it. Let's avoid that. Stay safe, and try to get out of the situation as quickly and safely as possible. So those are some good hints as to what you should do in certain situations, and how to make sure that you stay safe when it comes to an active shooter on site. So if you have any questions, concerns, comments, anything like that, please feel free to call me, contact me at any time. You all have my number. Not everybody on YouTube does, but you all do. The first video I'm probably going to take down. This is a good reference, so if you want to come back to this one, I'll leave this one up. But the last one, I'm going to probably take off of YouTube. I will have the video still, but yeah, anyway. Long story short, I miss you all. This is good information. Hopefully we get back to program and we can all take this together, and when we take it next time, you all have the right answers and the best answers. Anyway, I miss you. I hope to talk to you soon. Thanks for taking a serious class with me.